I want to make sure that all of the roulette strategies submitted into our content creator roulette tournament are available for everybody to watch. I had to take the original version of this video down. I made some tiny edits so that I'm YouTube compliant. Enjoy the video. Today's roulette strategy is called the 8 Street Cluster Cyclone, and it's presented to us by Tekka Roulette. It's being entered into our content creator roulette tournament. Many of you in the Discord will be familiar with Tekka Roulette. For those that aren't familiar with him, so I've asked Tekka to simplify his roulette strategies. If you're interested in what I would class as quite complex strategies, he's got amazing spreadsheets with triggers and patterns. That's normally the way that Tekka plays, but obviously with this roulette strategy, sorry, with this roulette tournament, we need something a bit more simple, mainly to make sure that I don't make a mistake. So he's given us a simplified version of some of his favorite strategies. Let the ball spin here and we'll get on. Let me just make sure I've got my stopwatch ready. So, of course, we have $1,000 for. Just have a quick look at the numbers. We've got 3 bets saved here, and they're all 8 streets. You can see they're $8. They're $1 on 8 streets, different streets. We're going to move down as we lose, and we're going to have a small progression when we win. You'll understand what I mean in a minute. It's not really that complicated, but you've got to get that bet saved. So let me start the timer. And we are going to start off with this top bet twice. So it's a $16 total bet, and it looks like this. So we've got $2 on 8 different streets. These are the streets that it covers. The reason for the name, so it's N, and then so N means not. So it's not the 3rd street, 4th street, 8th street, and 10th Street. Then the next one is not the 2nd Street, 6th, 9th, 12th. And basically, we're going to move down these streets when we hit some losers. Hopefully, we hit some winners. That's a winner. And we'll get the positive progression on. That's a $24 return. So we won $8 there. We're going to repeat, and we're going to get that bet back on. So now we have $3 on all of the streets. So we're on a $24 bet now. We got all that $24 that was returned. We've got it all back on the table. The same bet. If we lose, we are going to move to the other set of streets and double, which we're going to have to do now. So we lost that. So we're going to go here, and I'm going to press this 3 times. That's what we were previously on. And double. So we're on a $48 bet now. We have 24 numbers covered. Essentially, 2 of the 3 dozens. A number that I like, 24 numbers. But we've not got the dozens. We've got these streets are set up in a way because of the placement of the numbers on the board. We're probably going to have to win this 2 times in a row to get back to session profit. Tekka's also asked me, so that's a winner. Let's just see where we're at. Oh, we're actually at session profit already. No, are we? Yeah, we won $8, didn't we? So I'm going to reset. I'm going to reset to 2 on that. 2 on that previous street. I'm trying to explain so many things and I forgot what I was saying. So our session profit is 1,008. I'm pretty sure that's the most that we were at because we won $8. I forgot to check back. So when we get to session profit, we reset. Tekka has also asked me if we get, let's say we've got $12 on a street, but we don't need that much money to win. We're going to reduce our bets, and he's going to have to sort of trust my calculations on this. Anyway, that is a loser. So we're going to go to the next street. We're on $2, and we're going to double up. If this wins, we should go back to 1,008, I think. For some reason, I can't do quick maths in my head. It's early morning at the moment. I just woke up wanting to do this video. Let's see what happens if we win this. And don't forget, guys, we're going to just follow this. So if this loses, we go to these streets. If this loses again, we go to these streets. We're not doing the positive progression whilst we're in recovery mode. Where are we at now? Okay, we are back to 1008. So I'm going to reset. I'm going to stick on the same streets because we just won. So I'm going 1, 2. Back to a $16 bet. And this is what the board looks like. So the same streets covered as previously. If we just have a look here, you'll see the name of it. So it's not 1, 5, 7, and 11. You can see not 1, not 5, not 7, not 11. Those are the streets that are missing. Hopefully we can win this, do the positive progression. Our session profit is 1008. I need to remember that if we go on a big losing streak. We can't seem to hit more than 2 in a row. Right, so I'm going to... Where were we? We were not 1. So we're going here, 2, and double. I just repeated the bet just to remind myself what the previous bet was. It was previously this one. So we would move down the line and double up. We've won. We're back to our session profit. We're at 1008. We're going to go back to the original base bet, which is $16. We've been playing for 5 minutes. We're $8 in profit. I'm sure at some point we will hit a winning streak and maybe we can start cashing in because we've only been able to do our positive progression once and then we lost it. So I need 2 wins in a row, really. I know that last one was a win, so technically I need 3 in a row. With 24 numbers covered, it's not a big ask. Okay, so we've won that. Now my session profit is a bit different, so I need to remember 1016. We're going to repeat the bet, and we're going to get another unit on. So now all of these have $3 on them. We win this, we reset. Is that the first time I managed to tell you the positive progression in 6 minutes? Win the base level, get another unit on, reset. That's all we want to do. We've hit it. Very good. Now we're at 1028. We're going to reset to the original base bet there. $2 on these streets. And if we lose, we go down. So let me leave this open for you to copy if you want to play this strategy. So the first level is not 3rd, 4th, 8th, and 10th Street. The second level is not the 2nd, 6th, 9th, and 12th Street. And the third level is not the 1st, 5th, 7th, and 11th Street. So we've missed that. And you can see, this is a good one to see where they are on the board. We're missing 3rd and 4th Street and that street there, and they're all clumped together on the board. Anyway, I don't have time really to explain that too much. I will in a minute. So we get $2 on each and double. I will try and explain that. So you can see here 11, 30, and 8 all next to each other. That previous bet, we had this street with the 8 missing, this street with 11 missing, and this street with 30 missing. So you can sort of get an idea of why he's picked particular streets. That's a win. Are we back at session profit? 1028. That's where we want it to be. Let me just remind myself what we're on. So we're going to go back to base bet. $16 on this. What would we call that? Second saved bet, I guess. Not second street. If you think that this is a complicated strategy, it's not that complicated. It might just a lot going on. Some of Tekka's strategies are extremely... would the word complicated There's just a lot of triggers, a lot to remember. You need sheets and all sorts. Okay, we lost that. We're going down here now. Put 2 of these on and double. So now we're back on a $32 bet. We seem to be going back and forth a fair amount. We haven't hit a running streak. Like, we need to hit at least 3 or 4 wins in a row. What we really want to stay away from is 3 or 4 losses in a row, because that will start to hurt. So we've won that. And we're back to 1,028 balance. Let's try again. So just 2 of these. There may have been a time where I'm on the wrong street selection. I do apologise if that has happened or if that will happen. I am trying my best. But the recovery seems to work, doesn't it? You lose, you double up, you win, you reset. We just want to get on a nice positive progression. We're not really been able to do that. We're not going to be able to do that when 0 starts landing. So we can repeat that and double. So we're on 1,028. 10 minutes gone. At least we're not in the negative. Well, actually, we're not on 1,028 anymore because we just lost that. So this one is not the first. So then we go to this bet here, not the 3rd street, if it loses. And he has to go 8-8. We won. We're back at 1,028. We're just going to reset to these 2. I think. So we've got 2 wins. We should win 2 for every loser. I feel like that has not happened so far. I mean, we've only been playing for 10 minutes, but I feel like we've basically won and lost the same amount of bets. Hence why we keep on going back to session profit. Because if you lose one, double up and win, you're back. Okay, a nice little repeater for us. Now we can have another go at our session profit. Now we can have a go at our positive progression. Our session profit is at 1,036. So let's repeat this and get the base bet on. We're now on a $24 bet because they all have $3 on them. Session profit 1,036. I've not really had to remember that, but at some point, if we go on a losing streak and we don't get back, I might have to drop my bets to try and get back to that 1,036. We've won that. So we're now at 1,048. We go back to the base bet, which is 2 of these, which is a $16 bet. Oops. $16 bet. $2 on all of them. And our session profit so far is 1,048. Might need to speed up a bit to get into the top 4. We don't know. We've not got off to a good start with this roulette tournament, so any profit it might get you into the top 4. 30 is a winner. We're now at 1,056. And we're going to do our positive progression. I like hybrid systems specifically for this sort of play. Like, you recover, and then hopefully we start hitting a nice winning streak. Like, if we can just go like 8 or 9 wins in a row, the profit will zoom up because of the positive progression. Obviously, if we win one, lose one, win one, lose one, then the positive progression is just going to make us tread water. But hopefully we can hit a nice little streak. We have. So we're at 1,068. We're going to reset. Again, you can see from the numbers, like when that landed, around 5, look, so 24, 5, 10, 23, 8, 30, 11, 36, they're all covered on the board. So he set this up in a nice way. If you pay attention to where the bet selection is, the streets are almost sort of sections of the wheel as well. Quite interesting. That is not the section of the wheel that we're on. We're going to move our streets now. So we're going to move our streets to this one. And we have to martingale. We have to double up. So Tekka was telling me in the Discord, the reason for the setup of the streets, obviously, like I said, the placement on the wheel, but also if you've got a dealer that spins it into the same section, you want to move on to those streets that she keeps on spinning it into. I think we can reset there. That should send us back to session profit, 1,068. We are going back to, what was that? That was not 3. Yeah, not 3. And we're back on a $16 bet. $2 on all of them. Well, just a reminder, when I say not 3, I'm saying not the 3rd street. So 1st street, 2nd street, we're not on that 3rd street. And that's why I was looking for that N3. That's a winner. Can do our positive progression. Let's just remind ourselves we're at 1,076. So repeat this. Get our positive progression on. So we are just over halfway and we're $76 in profit. So if it continues like this, it'll be around the $150 profit mark, which is just below the Roulette Master score. So it'll be touch and go. There's a message in the top corner saying they're going to clean the wheel after this. So I will pause. Let's see where this landed. Right, so this is a win. Dead easy. We know we're going back to base bet on not 3. I will pause the stopwatch and I will pause the video and we'll come back to it. Okay, we're back. So we are going to that. Oh, let me start the stopwatch again. So we're on base bet of not 3. Just to show you, nothing changed there. In terms of the numbers, 1,072 plus 16. So our session profit is 1,088. We've got just under 13.5 minutes left. $33 is a winner. It's interesting because I don't know these streets, like which one I'm on. Let me just repeat the bet and get the unit on. So when the ball lands, I'm looking straight at the table. Obviously, if you're playing dozens, if you're playing first and middle dozen, any number, 24 or lower, you're a winner. You know straight away. If you're playing sections of the wheel, you know straight away if you're a winner. With this, I'm like, have I won? What's going on? What streets am I betting on? So it's when it lands, I don't know if I've won, basically. I didn't win. So I'm going down the next level. That was a $3 bet. So we're going $6 next. So we're going here. I'll go to 3. And then I will double it up. 1,088. We haven't had to do it just yet. But I think if we go on another, if we hit another loser, I will have to work out. So we double again. And then if we win that, I might have to reduce the bets. It's not going to be that easy. Hopefully we just win this and we can sort of reset. That's a loser. Right. First time we lost 2 in a row. So we're going on the next one. That's a $6 bet. We're going on 12. Let's go on the next one. Do 6. And double it. I hope I'm on the right bet. I think I am. So look, now guys, we're on a $96 bet. 1,088. So if we win this, I need to sort of work out how I can reduce the bet. It might not be spot on. First of all, let's win this. Right, we have 1,088. Are we back? I don't think we're going to be back. 1,072. So I know I can just do a little bit. I'm going to do 3 units. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I can just... No, another one. I think another one. Just to make sure we get back. I might have put too much on there. No, I think 3 units would have been perfect. See, I probably should have sat down and thought about how I reduce the bets before coming to the table. Hopefully that doesn't bite us. Right, we won. So if anything, I think I've done him a favour. Oh, there you go. 1,088. I got back. Shouldn't underestimate myself. Right. We're going to reset to base level now. There must be a like a mathematical formula to know exactly how much to bet on. I got that right, but I sort of had a guess just based on experience what that needed to be. That's a loser. So we're going back to we're changing it. What were we on then? We were on not 1. So now we're going to this one and doubling. So a $32 total bet. We've got 4 units on all of our streets. Is there a mathematical thing like half it and half it again? Maybe. That wouldn't have worked. 19 is a winner. So we're straight back to that 1,088. We reset. And we're on that not 3. So now we're on 2 units, not 3. $16 total bet. I'm glad I got that right with that 1,088. And I'm glad I told you before that happened that Tekka had explicitly asked me to reduce the bets to get to session profit, because otherwise we could have kept it at a $12 bet and the profit would have been much higher. Ah, we've lost that. So that was a not 3 on $2 each. Now we need to go to not 2, $4 each. $32 bet. The board looks like this. Let me just show you again these streets, how they're set up, in case you want to play this the same way. So not 3, 4, 8, and 10, not 2, 6, 9, and 12, not 1, 5, 7, and 11. And you basically move down that pecking order. That's going to let us reset. And we're back to 1,088. And I can go back down to a $16 base bet. 7.5 minutes left. Could make it into the top 4. It's not going to smash it with loads and loads of profit. The recovery seems to have gone well, although we haven't really hit too much trouble. We hit 2 losers in a row. And we got back to it. Like, straight away. We won one, we won the next one, and we're back to our session profit. Hopefully we can just start making some positive progression, so we can repeat this, get our positive progression, and just start accumulating a bit more money, because we've been stuck around that 1088 zone for what feels like since he cleaned the wheel and put the magnet in, which was what, 8 minutes ago. So I think we've been stuck at the same profit level for the past 8 minutes. We've only got half an hour, so I'm not sure if we can get away with doing that. It's obviously better than going on a massive losing streak and losing. Ah, we've lost that. We can't hit this positive progression. So now to do 6 units on this one here. Let's get 3 on and double. Have we been unlucky? Probably not. Probably if you watch this again, the statistical how many we should have won compared to how many we have won. I hope that Hoover is not too loud on my video. Yeah, so the probabilities of winning and losing, I think, have played out about what we'd expect. It's just the streak. Oh, we've lost that. So now we need to win a $12 bet. Just remind myself where we were. We were on not 1, which is this. So I'm going to put this to 6 and double it. We're on a $96 bet. 5 minutes left. Don't fall apart on me. Do not fall apart on me. And we know, because I did it last time, to get back to our session profit, if we win this, we go to $4. We need to win this first, though. We did. Feel like this is deja vu. 1072. That was not 3. We're going to $4. Okay. I feel okay about this because I know that if this wins, this will go back to 1088. Good. Tekka have not told me to reduce the bets to get back to session profit. We'll find out. We would be on $12 on each street, so we would be on a $96 bet. We would have lost, so it's a good job he told me to. So not 3, moves to not 2. We get that onto 4, and we double it up. This won't get me back to that 1088. I'll have to figure it out again. If we win this, we need to win this first. 3.5 minutes left, guys. Got it. Where's this take us? Right, 1072. So I know a $44 bet is going to do this. Sorry, a $4 bet is going to do this, is what I mean. Okay. Based on what's happened before, if this lands, we go back to 1088, which is the only place I want to be, I think, from memory. I just want to get back to 1088 and go again. So that time, very smart of Tekka to tell me, reduce your bets when you can, because otherwise that other bet would have been $24 on each street. Right, we've won that. I think this is going to send me back to 1088. It did. And we can go back to base bet now. So we're on not 2, base bet of $16. 2 minutes left. I think we're going to need to get over a $100 profit to make it through to the semi-finals. So I think we're going to need to win probably 4 spins left. I think we're going to need to win the next 4 spins to have a chance of being in the top, into the semi-finals, the top 4. Did I say top 8 last time? I meant top 4. We got that. We really want to win this this positive progression. So we're at 1096. We repeat and we get those winnings back on. So now we have $3 on all of them. Our session profit is 1096. That's the highest profit that we've got to. We need to remember that in case we go on another losing streak. Could really do with winning this, get over $100 profit, and then we might have a chance of seeing this strategy again. We did it. Okay, good. $108 profit. We're going to reset to base bet. I think, Terry, what you've done is good in terms of the base unit. Like $16 is quite a nice starting bet, because obviously you double that to 32 if you lose, you double that to 64 if you lose, you double that to 128 if you lose. So you've given yourself enough progressions. We've all seen it before. You can lose 3, 4, 5. I mean, technically you can lose 10 in a row, but no strategy will survive that if you lose 10 in a row. The point that I'm trying to make is, I think for $1,000 bankroll, this is a sensible progression, a sensible starting bet amount. This is our last bet, by the way. Yeah, I'll just turn off my stopwatch. So this is going to be our last bet. If it loses, we're going to finish on 1092. Will that 1092 be enough? Not sure. If this wins, we're going to obviously have a little bit more money. Going to be around 1,130. That might get you into the semi-final. We need to win this first, though. Missed it. Oh, nightmare. Right. Unfortunately, we lost the last bet. That could have knocked this out of the semi-final, but we are finishing on 1,092. Tekka, thank you very much for your roulette submission, your roulette strategy submission. Guys in the community, go and check out Tekka's channel. Like I said, if you like more complex with triggers and sheets, you'll really like Tekka's channel. Thanks very much for your time, and I'll see you here in the next video.